Welcome back, guys.
Welcome from last episode,
Yay.
which we want to point out that we appreciate all the comments, all the funny stories that I've been receiving in my DMs,
We appreciate all the swingers.
or the people that want to be on threesomes.
Yeah.
No judgment here. And we want to say thank you to our 4% German listeners.
Yes, we looked at the analytics. That's what it's called.
Yeah, analytics.
And we have some little German listeners.
I love it. Thank you so much for listening to our shenanigans.
If this is you, please slide into the DMs.
Are you manifesting your white?
Oh, I just wanted to see who they are, but yeah.
I mean, if we want to manifest them,
if you're a man, please slide from Germany into my DMs.
I mean, like, what if it's
a woman?
No, what if it's like a couple? What if you like a man that is in a couple slides into your DM?
Hi.
Hi. Like, hi. All right, guys.
So today we have a very, very spicy topic that everybody has been talking about.
Yes.
But we are very passionate.
Yes. So we like to watch reality TV.
Yeah.
Because we use our brains all day.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just want to unwind and not talk about. I don't want to talk. I just want to watch some very entertaining, messy
people.
We want to watch the mess,
mm-hmm.
But we don't want to be included in the mess.
Maybe.
Well, so we have been watching Vanderpump Rules for a long time now.
Yeah.
And it has become this nationwide
Scandoval.
Ariana was even on
the cover of Glamour magazine.
She was on cover. She has a Duracell commercial. She was on Glamour. She has been on daytime shows.
She had a partnership with Bloomingdale's.
Yes.
She was in a movie. Where else she hasn't been?
Yeah, she has blossomed from all of this craziness. But before all the blossoming, she went through some shit, literally, and we want to talk about it today.
Yeah, because the third part of the reunion finally aired, and
we want to talk about it.
When I tell you I needed a cigarette after that reunion,
cigarette, weed, a drink,
a shot of Hennessy,
and we don't drink Hennessy.
Yeah, I don't drink Hennessy, but I think it was fitting.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about Vanderpump Rules. Anybody that watches, you know how we feel.
I'm excited.
So I'm gonna break it down for the people that don't watch Vanderpump Rules.
Yes. Well, before we start, I just want to say a little bit of our disclaimer because, again, I want it to be very clear that these are solely our opinions. We touch on serious topics. Today we'll be touching on some serious topics as well. And sometimes we just are plain talking shit.
Yeah.
So we are not being intentional to hurt anyone, but if the shoe fits, please wear it. Now, let's get into the messiness.
Okay. So for anybody who lives under the rock, because if you don't know about Vanderpump Rules now, you need to evaluate your life.
Exactly. Or you're not on social media.
Yes, and evaluate your life, basically. So the premise, the whole scandal that happened was there was a character named Tom Sandoval. Mm-hmm. He was dating Ariana for 9-10 years. Mm-hmm. Lived together, bought a house together, not married, but common law married. And then they had a friend in the group. Her name is Rachel.
Known as?
No, well, her real name, no, her name is Raquel, but her real name is Rachel. Mm-hmm. So she was in the group, and Tom Sandoval had an affair and cheated on Ariana with Rachel.
Yes.
Who was very good friends with Ariana.
Yes.
And all of the girls on the show did not like Rachel. And Ariana was defending her.
Yes.
So, to break it down, picture I'm your friend. None of your friends like me. And you advocate for me that, no, he's a good person.
No, she just misunderstood.
Yeah, he's not messy. He's a good person.
Wait, did you say that?
What?
That you're not messy?
Well, that's you advocating. But you advocate for me, and I end up having a 7-month-long affair with your man.
I'm a fucking...
It's the ultimate betrayal.
I'm gonna just put you in 10 feet deep, not even 6 feet. You put an animal on top of that, so when the cops come around, they're sniffing around, they find a dead animal because, bitch, you're gonna be under the dead animal in 10 feet.
So there's many other characters, but it's like that is like the basic plot of the Scandoval.
Season. Yeah, this season and this Scandoval, yes.
Yeah.
But we want to talk about really focus on the reunion.
Yeah.
Because they were having this affair while the cameras were on.
Yeah.
And while they were filming. So they need like an Emmy. They need it all. They need an Oscar for all the acting that they were doing.
Yes.
I mean, reality TV sometimes they do act, but they were
acting like they were not fucking.
Exactly, and they were under this person's nose. Like,
yes,
they were right there and then. Like, it was crazy to me. Like, I was in shock. This whole like finale, this reunion.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about why this has become a social media frenzy.
So in the cast is very incesty, so a lot of them have dated each other.
Yes, it's like a big orgy swapping stuff.
So for example, Rachel was engaged to another character, James. Last season, they broke up their engagement. James and Tom Sandoval were very good friends. So much to the point that Tom Sandoval paid $20,000 to help James propose to Rachel last season.
Exactly.
Ended up breaking up. Now Rachel's single. Like, it's...
I mean, she was not being a hoe, but now that like I know everything, because once you're single, of course you want to go out there, you want to live, you want to experiment, you want to taste different flavors, you want to be out there, and that's very much encourageable. But you were doing all of this while still having an affair with a person that was in a relationship.
Yes.
And so
that's and her
like jaw dropping.
Yeah, and her big excuse was that she kept on saying, I was living my life and I'm used to be a people pleaser, and now I'm just like pleasing myself and I'm doing what I want, which is great. I encourage everybody to not be a people pleaser and follow your truth, but you need to know that if you're hurting people while you follow your truth, and then you need to reevaluate your truth. Like, it's not like she was doing something like, you know, not calling people back or getting a new friend, like a new set of friends. Like, she was fucking her best friend's, one of her good friend's boyfriend.
Exactly. And she was lying to everybody about it. She was saying, you know, everybody was like kept calling her like being like fake, or like that she was not being genuine. And then she called out one of the cast members, Lala, saying that she was a mistress.
Yeah, justice for Lala. I know people have, is in popular opinion, I love Lala.
I think she is very dramatic.
Yes. Was she doing a lot for the reunion? If you watched it, you know she was doing the absolute most.
She was doing too much.
But they gaslit her all season.
Yes.
Tom and Rachel. They called her a mistress while Rachel was being a mistress. Rachel called her mistress, and then Tom kept on saying that she needs to own her truth and not be fake. Meanwhile, he's hiding a whole affair
under everybody's nose.
Yes. So, was she doing a lot? Yes. Did she deserve to be upset? 100%.
Exactly.
She also called it. Like, she's like, something is wrong with those two.
She said it was a pattern that he does in his relationships, because Ariana and him did have a kiss or a moment while he was in a relationship with his previous partner.
Kristen.
So it seems like this is a pattern for him.
Yeah.
It also seems that he's very narcissistic.
Yeah, and every time, like, the same thing, like you said, he left Kristen for Ariana, but it was the same story. We were not intimate, like, we were not doing this, like, it's the same thing. He always has, like, this, he's like a one-trick pony.
Yeah. I think, I was going to say something. I think that he is a one-sided person.
Yeah.
Because their issue in their relationship was, well, that I saw this season, because I watched the whole season, was the intimacy part. Like, she felt that they needed to have more of an intimate connection, not just touching each other. She wanted to have more of an emotional connection to be able to get to the intimacy part of it. And also, I think that he said that he felt belittled. I don't think that he felt belittled by her. I think that he didn't like that she was calling his shit out.
Yes.
And she wasn't like fangirling him.
Yeah.
And she wasn't like agreeing to him, and she was not appeasing to him. She was her own person.
Yeah.
And I also feel that in long-term relationships, that happens a lot. Like people grow and they are not the same anymore. And so they either can grow together and weave together, or they can just grow apart. And I felt like he wanted the old Ariana.
Yeah.
Or maybe somebody that was very appeasing.
Yeah.
So, and then he finds this new girl. Well, not new girl, but this friend. And she's a lot younger than him.
He can manipulate her.
And manipulates her as well. I'm not saying that she's fucking innocent, because she's not, because everybody's responsible for their own actions. Mm-hmm. But I think that he knows that like she's not going to give him such of a pushback like Ariana. Like Ariana was telling him, like, you know, like, you're not this, you're not that. So I also think that.
Yeah.
But do you think that he used Raquel or Rachel as an scapegoat? Like, well, he was cheating on her with other people besides.
Yeah, he had cheated on her before.
He had cheated on Ariana, is what I meant. Mm-hmm. But I feel that this would have not came to light if it was uncovered. I think that they would have kept going, to be honest.
Yeah.
But do you feel that he fully came out of the relationship and unmasked all the lies due to the fact that he has somebody to, like, you know, be with, or like he had a sexual companionship with her, with Rachel?
But he didn't even unmask all the lies. He was still lying at the reunion.
That's another thing.
I think that she's very young. She's impressionable. And he can take advantage of that. And she is a person who just seeks love and acceptance from men. And that's where she gets her confidence from. And he was giving her a lot of attention. She felt confident. And then he likes the same thing. So she was drooling over him while he was drooling over her. So they both just felt like on a high. And I think
I just feel like he's just a narcissist. I really hate that he was unhappy for a while and then got caught in all of this lie, and then now he's like, okay, yeah, I want to leave the relationship. Why does it take a person to get an attention from somebody else to leave a relationship? Mm-hmm. Like, that's just...
Because these are people that can't stand on their own, and they don't have the self-confidence to, like, just figure out what it is that makes them happy. Like, they are so codependent that they need someone else to, like, get them out.
I like that. Mm-hmm. I like that.
But another reason why it was such a big scandal is it was just the disrespect that he did. Like, he dressed up as Rachel, his mistress, for Halloween.
And Ariana helped him get that outfit together.
It comes out at the end of the reunion that he took her to see his family for Christmas.
And they had just broken, I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 months after, or even sooner.
For what?
Like from when they broke up to when he took her to the...
No, he took her to his family while he was with Ariana. Mm-hmm. He went on like trips with Rachel and his best friend. Like, he was like sliding around, but not really.
I also feel like, where are the red flags for Ariana as well?
So what she said was that they were at a down point. They went to therapy and they were doing better. Mm-hmm. So like she had no reason to like suspect, because they were started to be intimate again. They were doing therapy. Like, I think she froze her eggs.
Yeah, she froze her eggs.
Like, they were like, to her eyes, like, they had issues, but it wasn't issues that she thought like he would step out on. It was like issues that we need to work on.
I also feel that it goes back to like the faith in the relationship.
Yeah.
She had full on faith in that relationship, as she states at the end, like, I would have done anything to fix it, or I would have done or changed anything to try to make this work, because she felt like he was her life partner. I also feel that we are very much, as humans, blinded by love, and by emotions, and we have to really look at things for what they are, not what we think they will be, which is a hard lesson I learned myself.
Yeah.
Because I can identify with a lot of this situation here, and I'm just like, I am just like, you need to like not envision it like, oh, this is a fairy tale I see, but what it actually the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like she also has grown a lot from the situation. So
yeah.
But do you think that Rachel or Raquel had any type of sympathy at the reunion?
No. Like, she was stone cold. Like, she was not.
Like, she looked like she had Botox and couldn't move her face.
She literally had Botox. Like, there was like people were saying that she probably was on something, but like she really had no tears. Like, she offered some apologies, but I don't know. They didn't really feel that genuine. Like, she looked like she was not. Like, she didn't get the magnitude of the commotion they caused.
They don't. I feel like fucking Ariana ate her the fuck up, y'all.
Oh, like finished her.
She like fucking finished her. Like, I was like, that's fucking right.
Like, if she comes back next season, Rachel, like, she has some balls because they finished the crap out of her.
I don't know if she's mentally stable.
They took her off the reunion and they put her in the grave. That's it. Like, they were like, that's it. Like, she's done. Like,
no. And then she came back to do the interview after the reunion where she like.
Oh wait, before we even get to that interview, when she left the reunion and she went to go change, two things that stood out to me was, number one, she was laughing with Tom, like having
I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
she was cracking a joke, and it's like, all right, like, it's not the time to laugh.
This is not the moment.
Yeah.
I just felt like she was very disrespectful.
Yeah. And number two, did you see that she left the tags on her when she was changing? Had the tags still on her outfit, so she was definitely going to return that to Revolve.
She should, because that dress was not giving.
Yeah, wherever she got it, Revolve or whatever boutique, like, she definitely returned it.
Like, check that return, check the return item, because that was worn on TV. People. Mm-hmm. She was not giving, to be honest. She does not even look anything compared to like Ariana's. Like,
yeah, I think she's a pretty girl.
She is pretty,
but her outfit was not giving. Since we're talking about outfits, can we talk about just like their outfits really quick?
Yes. Want to go around the room?
So let's start with obviously the winner, which was Ariana.
She looked bad as fuck.
Let's talk about the girls, because the guys were just wearing a suit. Like, it's not that exciting. Ariana, that is a fuck you dress.
That was an amazing dress. She looked great. She looked like she was like blossomed into a great rose.
And then she had that breakup dye, so she had like not one chicho.
Yo, she was sitting.
Ni un chicho.
Se le salió, and I was just like, this bitch.
Zero.
Because I'd be like this.
And the dress had a hole like right on the stomach. My whole gut would have came out through that little hole. So props to you. She looked amazing. Katie's
style is different.
She was not giving. I'm sorry. Like, she
her
looked like
style is different. I feel like
she looked like somebody's mom.
Is it bad that I like the outfit?
Yes, it's bad.
I like Katie's style for Katie. I would not wear a dress like that because I have a bigger chest, so I'm gonna be looking like a Oompa Loompa. But I feel like for her and her style and everything, it's pretty cute.
I'm going to politely disagree. She looked really pretty from her neck up.
Well, I like Tiva's and you don't.
Yes. Neck down, I thought she looked horrible. Like, she was wearing a pillowcase with like a diamond like little choker. It was not giving. Katie is also not thin. Not to like body shame her, but she's but she's like a voluptuous woman.
She could have dressed better.
So when you have a thicker, fuller body, you have to dress for your body.
You gotta cinch the waist, honey.
And she definitely did not cinch the waist. She probably thought she looked really good standing up, but you're sitting down for the reunion, so you need to make sure you look good. Sitting down.
Exactly.
Lala. First of all, I said from the beginning, well, my friend said, and I agreed, we need Lala to get extensions because her hair was just not giving all season. So she got extensions for the reunion.
Yeah, she went from 3 strands to like.
But we also didn't think that we have to tell you, Lala, your extensions have to match. Like, she had like one shade of blonde here. The extensions were different color. She looked great.
No, I don't think so.
Like her makeup looked good.
Her fit, no.
Her makeup looked good. If her hair matched, she would have looked good, but it was not matching. I think the dress was very good for her style, which is very Jersey Shore. She's very like.
It reminded me of a Beverly Hills Black Panther outfit.
Yeah, like she's very like a high class Snooki.
Yeah, like a skinny Snooki, yeah.
Yeah, like it was not a nice dress, but it was good on her. I think she looked better than Katie, but it was not.
Her makeup was giving. She had
the length of her extensions, not the color, were giving. Part of her hair was giving.
I feel like she needs to get a new stylist.
Yeah.
And maybe go for like more of a classic look.
Yeah.
Or just go full Jersey Shore.
Yeah. And Rachel. Oh wait, Sheena.
I think, to be honest, Sheena was looking good, better than a lot of other reunions.
100%. Like, so
she looked like a gold trophy.
Yeah, golden mommy.
Yes.
And then Rachel, I thought she looked really pretty from neck up. Like makeup was okay. Mm-hmm. Hair was nice. She has worn that dress.
She's worn mint green dresses before.
Like that's all she wears. And then she has worn those shoes like 4 reunions.
So maybe she just doesn't have money.
You can go to Aldo and get yourself a good. When I do reunions in the future, I am going to go.
We're gonna manifest this.
I am going to go to Christian Louboutin.
Okay.
And I am going to buy shoes.
Okay.
And I'm only gonna put them on when I'm sitting down, and I'm going to just sit like this, so the heels don't touch the floor, and I am going to show out. And once the reunion is done, I'm gonna go return them. Rachel could have done the same thing, but she had the same shoes.
She was not giving. If you're gonna fucking do all of this fucking shenanigans,
you need to look gorgeous.
You need to look spectacular. You need to be glowing. You need to be a brand new bitch. What is the new saying? Out the fucking plastic.
Yeah.
You're not giving.
Yeah, she didn't give. So now that we did the fashion roundup.
All right, because we got lost in that one.
We're back to
just to finish off with Tom. His comment about the t-shirt. I really feel that he does not think he did anything wrong. Because the whole time he'd say, I'm sorry, but then fighting everybody else.
Say the comment, what the comment was.
The comment was, Andy had asked Tom.
Ariana, if they were intimate. And she said yes, they were.
She asked Tom if he has been intimate with anybody else aside from Raquel. Mm-hmm. Once they started like hooking up and being more like on a regular. And Ariana said, well, he did sleep with me while that was going on. And his comment was, yeah, we fucked with the t-shirt on. And
real sexy.
Yeah, we fucked and you kept the t-shirt on. Real sexy. And I'm like, if this is not an indication of a man, one, he's a selfish fucker.
Yeah.
Two, you're doing digs at her because you know that she has
body issues
and that she's very conscious of that. Mm-hmm. And three, you were saying basically like you fucked her because she's like a piece of meat because there was nothing behind it.
Yeah. And so what's wrong with having sex with a t-shirt? That's kind of sexy.
Yeah, like what's wrong with that? You could get a thong with a t-shirt and
or just like bare vagina in a t-shirt.
Exactly. What's wrong with that? What if like you're getting fucked from the back and you're in the window?
Also, what type of t-shirt was it? Like it probably was like a white tee.
Well, what about you get fucked with like a Power Ranger t-shirt? But back to the point was, he's just a fucking narcissist.
Yeah.
And he's just scum, and it can show to Raquel the type of man that she's fucking
writing for.
Exactly. She's lying her face off to save this man that ain't shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, that was like disgusting. It was despicable. It was, I don't have no respect for this man.
Zero.
And I hope that people are watching this, even though this is like reality TV and it's a mess. There is a strong message behind it.
Well, this happens to
people all the time. Like, I was in a long-term relationship too, and we ain't gonna say nothing. But again, like, when I left the relationship, I was, she has a lot of OCD. Oh, she's argumentative. All these negative things. Why does it have to happen after?
It was the deflection.
It was a deflection from what's really going on in your head and in your heart, sweetie.
And also, like, OCD, or like in Tom's case, he said one of his excuses was she doesn't stock the batteries, she doesn't check, like, if we have toilet paper. These are all,
what I look like.
These are all like dumb excuses as to why.
It doesn't say what really is going on.
What the real issue? Yeah, it's a deflection.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a reality show, but people are going through this shit all the time, and it could be a man or a woman or whatever you identify with. You are making excuses for this other person just to be in a relationship with them because it's comfort.
Yeah.
Not because this person is actually making you happy in the relationship. First of all, if you're gonna fucking tell me, oh, that she doesn't check the toilet paper, what the fuck I look like, maintenance to you?
Yeah. And also a lot of people, like you said, fall in love with
potential. With the illusion of a potential or an illusion of what you think your life will be like.
Yes, but if your life is not going in that direction, then it's like, great.
And if you don't tell a person of what you think your life or you want your life to look like at the beginning or the middle, don't think it's gonna get there at the end.
Yeah.
Because then they're gonna say, well, you've known I've been like this forever or whatever. And I'm like, at that point you do have some type of thing. That's why now I'm like, this is what I want, A, B, and C, or these are my expectations, A, B, and C. And if you can't do, boo, bye-bye.
Yeah. Do you want to take a break before we get to the bombshell that happened at the end of the reunion? Because it was like not.
I think I need a cigarette right now. We'll be back, guys.
I wish you could have a drink.
Yeah, we can.
All right, we'll tell you why. Okay, so we're back from break. Hi.
We're not. Explain why we're not drinking today.
Yeah. So we are not drinking.
We're drinking water.
We're hydrating because we're going to a friend's vineyard tour tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
God bless us.
So it is like it's 3 vineyards. It's like the Olympics of like alcoholics. And yeah, we're training to be super hydrated.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
We're going to be good. Mm-hmm. We're not going to drink today. We're going to do a lot of hydration.
We're ordering Chinese food.
We're going to get, nice and greasy food in us. Mm-hmm. So that way we're ready for the Olympics tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pull up with my mango con lote de golpe. And we're going to, I know it's going to be...
I'm going to try and like TikTok it if I don't get too drunk. So maybe.
Me pica la mano. I hope I'm not waste money.
Oh, God. All right. So we're back to just wrap up our Scandoval episode.
Yes.
Which, by the way, this is like a lot of our opinion and just observations. Like, because if we recap the whole season, we'll be here for like 10 days.
Exactly. And don't mind me, I'm a little triggered by everything that I've been seeing because it's just very like, it's just behavior that you're just like, what the fuck?
Behavior you've experienced before.
Yeah, and behavior that I've experienced before. So it's just very triggering at times. And I'm just like, thank God I am so beyond that situation.
Would you say the person you dealt with before was a low-level narcissist?
Yeah, he's
like starter kit narcissist.
He's more starter kit. He's very selfish. Like, and he puts his wants and his things before others.
When do you become high-level selfish to low-level narcissist? Like, what is the trust? the threshold? Like,
Um,
like
I know one.
When do you like switch over from selfish to narcissist?
When you tell your partner that they need to be a little smaller or a little more quiet.
Oh, so your bum ass could shine?
So I don't shine, and my personality doesn't shine, and my opinions are not talked about, and
so the bum ass, so you can't shine on your own because you can't because you're just whack, and you have to tell the other person to make themselves smaller so you can shine. Fuck that shit. We're going back to episode 2.
Go back to your confidence.
Because now I'm triggered. Like, wait, calm down. Fuck that shit. Like, you want me to bring myself down so you can shine? Like, fuck that, because I think everybody knows that I shine and you shine wherever the fuck we're at. This is the baddest seat in the fucking building.
Exactly.
And hi.
I'm sorry to trigger you.
I get triggered over certain things.
Yeah, it's just also one thing I can point out is like Ariana was very supportive of Tom's bar and his dream. When the sandwich shop came up, I didn't see the same enthusiasm, the same support, the same love behind it. Yeah.
So this is like OG Vanderpump fans, so only the OG people would know this. But a couple seasons ago, she came up with an idea. This is true narcissist of coming out with a cocktail book.
Oh yes. Which is great idea. She's been making bank off of it.
Yes, but when the idea first came out, he was upset that she didn't want to do it together with him because they were both bartenders. And now this all comes back to like, now you want the spotlight on you. Ugh.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was like, when things are not equal in a relationship, when you don't want the other person to prosper and shine, because the thing is like, you're going to shine either way. It doesn't matter. Sometimes the universe gives you shit for you to be able to clean yourself off and be better.
And then for you to shine, you don't always have. We're going back to episode 2. For you to shine, you don't always have to be the loudest, the cutest, like the most alive person in a room. Because I could be taking a nap in a party and I'm still shining.
Boo, you gem over there in the corner.
Gem, diamond.
Exactly.
Golden
Fenty.
puppy. But, highlighter. Like, you don't have to be like that rah-rah person to always shine. Like, you could just shine on your own with whatever it is. Like, when you know your worth, we're going to get triggered again. So let's go back to Vanderpump.
But those are just some things that, like, that's what I'm saying, like, are flags that, like, sometimes because we're in love with what we think, or we're like, okay, this is my partner and we're settled in it, we don't look at the signs. And that was a clear indication of the support I did not see on their end. Same thing with me. I did not see support on both ends. Yeah. And so these are things that, like, now that I've experienced them, and I'm being very vulnerable here today. Those things that I have experienced, I hope that, you know, people can take in perspective on their own lives. It doesn't have to be in a relationship. It could be at fucking work. And take that in consideration. Like, don't fall in love with what is an illusion. Fall in love with what it is.
Yeah. So back to Scandoval, because we have just gone off the rails.
He's like, I am fucking triggered.
Okay, so back to Scandoval. At the end of the episode, yes, the big shocker that it was teased all over was that there was going to be something so bad. Yes. Which to me was a little anticlimactic because it kind of just figured it out. Like, but in the timeline that Sandoval kept on putting out there was that they hooked up in August once. Never had sex again until October, I think it was, after filming. What we find out from Miss Rachel, after the reunion, she did a separate interview. She finally came clean with the truth was that they had been hooking up the whole time throughout filming. So it wasn't like a one-night stand and like they stopped until October. They kept on hooking up throughout the whole time. They hooked up in Tom and Ariana's house while Ariana was at her grandmother's funeral.
That is despicable.
Also, why weren't you there? Why wasn't he there?
Why was he not? That's what I'm saying. Why would he not go with her to support her if something so detrimental happened in her life that her grandparent has passed away?
Yes.
I bet you she would have been there for him if something would have happened.
And this is your partner of 9 years. Like, exactly. I understand, like, if I get with someone and it's fairly new and something, God forbid, happens to one of my family members.
Yeah.
If you don't make it, like, we have been just together for a couple months, like.
Understood.
9 years, like, you need to fucking fly with me.
You need to fly. You need to be my carpet. You need to be Aladdin.
Yes.
So, I just find that so and her that speaks so much volumes about Raquel's self-esteem.
That he manipulated her to lie and
for so many months
and keep up his lie, because he basically gave her the story of like, this is the lie we're gonna put forward. And even though they still got caught, after they got caught, he still wanted to paint a better story of the story that it was. And at least she finally came clean. It doesn't excuse what she did. It doesn't excuse what they did, well, on her end, but at least she just came clean and like finally put it out there. Like, girl, that's the least you could do.
The least, but it's just so dirty. Like, how you're sleeping with this man in the same household with his partner of 9 years, and Ariana pays half of them fucking bills.
Yeah, she also hooked up with him when they were all filming in Mexico. So she hooked up with him while his girlfriend was in the same resort.
Probably in the same room. Well, no. Not the same room, the next door.
Same room. Tower, at least. But still, like, the audacity of these people, like, I can't, like Ariana said, I could not think of two worse people. Like, yes, people get cheated on, but like, to get cheated on by your man and your best friend, on everything under your nose.
It's despicable.
Like, it really is. And it happened for 8-9 months. Like, they took the bitch for a fucking ride.
She was on the cyclone from Coney Island.
No, bitch, they took that bitch on Nitro. That's what Six Flags, right? Just
like, her whole life started crumbling down when she had a gut feeling to check his phone.
Yes.
And the audacity of him. Normally, I would delete these things. The fuck?
But listen to your gut feeling.
That is one big takeaway I can say.
Listen to your gut feeling.
Listen to your gut feeling, because it is not lying to you. It tells you exactly. For me, I feel like the universe is always talking to me.
I feel like the two takeaways I have from this whole Scandoval that just could apply to just anybody. Listen to your gut, because your gut will always would tell you the truth. Even if you're like putting it off, like if you're blinded, listen to your gut. Your gut's always right. She listened to her gut when she discovered the phone.
Yes.
And her gut told her check the phone, and that's when everything came out. That's number one. Number two, no matter how much hell you go through, there's always a bigger future out there for you.
Things are temporary.
So yes, she go through horrible heartbreak, of course, but she is now in such a better place that she is not in a toxic relationship. She has so many opportunities that opened up to her.
Yep.
So just always just remember, like, you're gonna shine.
And the universe will tell you, if you feel like you're not ready to leave a relationship, for me personally, I feel like the universe is like, no, bitch, it's ready. It's time to go. And you will uncover it plain sight. You don't have to go you don't have to go to people's phones.
No.
You don't have to go looking for shit. When it's supposed to happen and something is happening and it's supposed to come to the light, your gut and the universe will just put it at your hands. Put it at your feet.
Allegedly, Tom and Rachel wanted to tell Ariana for months. They never did. What happened? His phone fell out of his pocket. His friend found it, gave it to Ariana, like, hey, your man's phone fell. She grabbed it, put it in her purse, and then that's when, like, le dio. And she was like, I need to go check his phone.
Exactly.
Like, the universe was like, this is your time, bitch.
And I am more than happy to listen.
Yeah.
But I mean, one thing I can say that I want to end the episode on is one thing, because I love Karol G.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to her music all the time. And one line she says is, Nunca te cambian por algo más rico.
Mm-hmm.
And in this situation,
downgrade,
but also she like fucked herself. And I mean Raquel, because she's like she's in like an institution. She's like seeking help. She was manipulated. She like fucked herself. Like, who's gonna want to film with her, one? And then she's like, probably like people come at her in LA. Like, people, you don't know what's going on in the streets.
Yeah, like she fucked herself because she fell in love with a version of the guy, like with a version of Tom.
Yes.
Like he,
in her mind.
Yes, in her mind he showed this is who I am, but it's not really.
Yeah.
She fucked herself that way. She fucked all her friendships that she had that seemed genuine.
Yeah.
She fucked her employment. I mean, I don't think she fucked her employment. I'm sure they would have her back in a second.
Yeah, because she's a story.
Yeah, so maybe not her employment, but definitely fucked her friendships, fucked her reputation. And like now you're going through all of this, and now you're like an institution for mental health, which it's a serious topic.
Exactly.
But yeah, just remember, your actions have consequences.
Yes, they do.
And just because you're living your best life doesn't mean you have to be hurting other people's life.
You don't need to burn or make a whole fire to find yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like she's looking for validation in men instead of really truly finding herself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not able to stand on your own, you ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you guys for listening. Remember to give us thumbs up, like, subscribe, follow us, leave us comments, DM us.
Yeah.
If you see us in the street, say hi. Germany people, like, hit us up.
Yeah. Invite us to a live chat.
And follow us on social media.
Yes.
Everything is linked on the description. And if you have any suggestions for topics, just drop it down on the comments. I mean,
yeah, comments, reviews, anything.
Yeah, like tell us what you want to talk about. If you have any show you want us to watch,
not all the shows.
A good show.
Yeah, I'm like, not all the shows.
So we'll see you guys next week, and we'll talk about next week about our Vineyard Wine Olympics. Bye.
God be with us.